Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today I've got another bunch of colors already cut up and ready to go, but I don't have a pattern for it. And this time it's 6 shades of blue and they're doubled up so I can use my standard 12-string template. And it's 6 shades of blue going from like a dark to light or light to dark, depending on how I put this together. Instead of trying to do it in the 6 shades of blue, I'm going to do it in the rainbow because it'll be a lot easier for me to map it out. So I kind of want to go with an arrowhead design. I know I've done, stuff like this in the past, but yeah, I want to make my darkest color be the diamond in the center. I don't know what goes inside of that. That might be the lightest colors. I'm not sure. The next color would be orange. So this will be my second darkest color. And we don't have to do both sides. We can copy and paste. So there's my second darkest. I did something like this once before, using red string, and I'm pretty sure it got sold. I'm pretty sure somebody got it, but I didn't like it. I thought it looked a little bit like a used feminine product, if you get my meaning. And because it was just a darker red blotch sort of in the middle of it. I was like, yikes. But it sold. Somebody thought it looked cool. That's the thing. You never really get a pattern that is like so bad that somebody doesn't, appreciate it. So there's our green. There's our blue. There's our purple. So our purple will be the lightest color. And having done these kind of patterns before, I know that after the purple will be the red. I don't know how, without like doing all the work, I don't know how it would map out that way, but yeah, red makes it all the way up to the very end here. And the orange will be right there. Okay, so let's fill in the strings that we can see. By doing these, we make it easier to fill in all the rest of it later on. Actually, we know the yellow makes a bend here, so we know the red ends up there. We know that the orange makes the bend there, ends up there. Sometimes for me, it's actually easier to just like work out a pattern like this than it is to try to go back and find a pattern and then kind of rework it into whatever I'm trying to accomplish. Like in this case, I want there to be a kind of a nice dark diamond towards the center of it and bring the colors down that way. So I don't know if previous versions are necessarily like maybe the actual center part was like smaller or different or whatever. So it's sometimes it's just easier to work out this little pattern, put it together. I know that seems kind of counterproductive to some people if this is like hard for you to do. But I can't imagine it being that hard to do. Like if you watch my videos and see how I create a pattern, I kind of feel like, you know, I've given a lot of examples on like how this stuff works. So the purple comes up through here. Oh. It's like you can kind of tell in advance because the last one has to be this red one. We missed a blue right there. Okay. Just for the fun of it, we can try to figure out where this red goes. We can see it bounces from the yellow, bounce off the blue, and there it joins up. It was just that simple. Sometimes it's like that. Like, okay, let's try the purple. We know that's going to run parallel to the red, just over by 1. So it connects to the orange, comes off the green. It's what's in the center of there. Okay, so our lightest color makes the diamond in the middle of that. I take it then that means that the blue is the next one in. Yeah. The green comes down that way and the yellow's here, orange is there. Okay, so now let's bring the orange the other way. Again, it's kind of running parallel to the yellow. You can see it goes straight through. It can't just magically change directions when the other strings are already kind of laid out. Okay, so there's our orange. The yellow, again, just kind of follow the zigzags. And out right there. And there we have our sequence. So it's red, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. So it's, yeah, it's going in kind of the right sort of order, just not kind of expected. If you guys, you get the hots and colds, start with a hot, then go cold, and then the last 2 hots. But still it works. All right, that's our 1/3 of the bracelet. I thought I made a mistake. I did not. Nice. All right, so I take the select tool, select this whole area we've done, copy and paste it, and use the flip tool off that horizontal line. Layer, we anchor, and we merge down. And then we take the select tool and we select the whole top half. Again, Control C, Control V, copy paste, flip tool, this time off the horizontal line to get the bottom part. Again, we anchor the layer and we merge it down so it becomes one image. And that is our bracelet. So again, I'm using the colors here to represent out what it'll be. So it'll be dark blue towards the middle with a hint of light blue right in the center of that, kind of fading out throughout the rest of the bracelet with a touch of the darkest back at the very beginning of it. Should be pretty cool. I'll probably try to get started on that like tonight maybe, and we'll finish it up tomorrow. The video will be out tomorrow for you for sure though, and we'll see what we get. All right, before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members for making this possible. I know I say this like every video, but it's true. Like, they keep the channel going, and I would encourage you guys to try to join as well. If we ever get to the point to where becomes financially sustainable, I get to have my wife as an employee, and it'll be a whole lot easier, and we can do a lot more stuff if that happens. So let's do that. That would be awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.